Hey, what's up you guys, After Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Person of Interest. This is Season 2, Episode 21. Let's get into the episode.
You are being watched.
Oh, fuck.
The government has a secret system. A machine.
Hey! It gave me a second chance and I failed still.
That storm on the horizon that I mentioned, I'm afraid it's arrived.
Kind of funny when you think about the fact that like maybe 2 or so episodes ago there's a literal storm episode.
Update for me yet, Finch?
This is becoming your version of Are We There Yet, Mr. Reese? And no, we are not.
It's been 10 days since we got a new number.
I'm working as
10
quickly
days.
as I can.
I'll work faster. I don't want to find out what happens when that clock hits 0. Do you?
Not particularly.
If we knew where it was, maybe we could just unplug it and then plug it back in.
Simplicity was never my strong suit. It's still not clear to me how stalking the NYPD helps either of us at this unfortunate time.
If I can't get there before something bad happens, I can at least get there the second
Oh, I
it
just
does.
saw guest starring Amy Acker.
54 for Lexington, please respond.
He's just obsessed with stopping bad things happening at this point.
Love triangle gone bad.
Any of those ever go good?
Can't imagine they do. What happened here?
2 of the bodies belong to Elias. The other's an innocent.
Think it's the Russian?
It's possible, but Elias has pissed off so many people. Listen, Carter, I've been hearing from people that you've been looking into Beecher's murder.
What I do in my off time isn't your concern, Tony.
You okay, Carter?
How do I look, John?
You get anything new on Beecher's killer?
Nothing. But I know HR had their hands in it, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to bring them down.
I'm sorry, Carter. Beecher was a good man.
He was. But I got a job to do. 3 fresh bodies. My 8th homicide in 2 weeks.
Just tell me what I can do to help.
Well, you can start by telling me what's changed. Most of these homicides were premeditated. The type of situations you guys usually warn us about.
There's a situation.
This just proves how necessary it is for you guys.
Well, hurry.
Never thought I'd say this, but the Russians are worse than Elias. More manpower, fewer rules.
Try to get through the firewall.
I will too. Hello.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes, I'm John Robbie. I have an appointment with Mr. Thornhill.
I don't have any appointment scheduled today for Mr. Thornhill. He's traveling.
Guess we had a miscommunication. When do you think he'll be back?
I'm sorry, your name again was?
I'll just send him an email.
Mr. Reese, there's something strange about this company. These data entry assistants are typing in computer code off dot matrix printouts. It doesn't make any sense.
They're modifying it.
No, they seem to be taking data from one computer on one day and typing it into another one on the next. Seems almost pointless.
Maybe this company's a front for something else. Something less legal.
Yes.
What did you do to it, Harold? There's no time to be coy. We both know the machine's under attack. What I don't understand is why a robust system with self-annealing properties isn't defending itself against a simple virus. Did you injure it, Harold? Is that why I can't fight back?
I have nothing to say to you.
We can fight this thing much faster if we work together. There's only a few hours left till something very bad happens.
I prefer to work on my own.
What about your loyal protector? May I be blunt, Harold? John is capable at certain things, but his skills aren't going to cut it this time. He will never completely understand the larger picture, not like we do. Have you two even found Ernest Thornhill yet? He's an interesting guy, isn't he?
What do you know?
You show me yours and I'll show you mine. Talk to you real soon.
How did Ruth get your phone number?
How does she get anything, Mr. Reese? Subterfuge. She hacks human beings as easily as she hacks computers.
She's looking for Thornhill.
Yes, yeah.
And she's got to be our threat.
I'm not so sure. She seems more focused on the virus.
Did you figure out what was on those printouts?
Not yet, but you were probably right about Thornhill's company being a front for some kind of illegal enterprise. 5.5 months ago, he opened this account with a single penny. 24 hours and thousands of microtransactions later, his balance had ballooned to just over $20 million. And he immediately began trying to buy up payphone companies all over the city. I was finally able to get at his credit card records. Nothing there out of the ordinary, but I did find this. A pending charge for a car service. It appears that Thornhill's secretary wasn't lying to us after all. She booked a car to pick him up at JFK and return him to their offices today. Should be there within the hour.
I'll be happy to do a meet and greet. Don't answer the phone again unless it's me. I won't let Rue get to you. Not again.
According to the car's GPS, Mr. Thornhill is 0.6 miles away.
I don't see him yet, Finch.
Mr. Thornhill's car should be there any second.
All right, I got him. Who's this guy?
Finch, they're gonna blow up Thornhill's car.
If Mr. Thornhill was not in the car, then where was he?
Right now, I'm more worried about the government using drones in the middle of the city.
It wasn't the government, Mr. Reese. This phone that you recovered has a proprietary operating system that was used to control the drone. It also has a signature similar to that of the virus.
This was Decima.
You guys have made one hell of a mess.
How's the driver?
Stable. Witnesses saw a good Samaritan pull him out of the car. I'm gonna guess that was you.
Any sign of Thornhill?
None of his employees have ever met him. Even his secretary was hired online. I think we're looking at someone with a Howard Hughes level of paranoia, or maybe he's taking classes from Finch.
I would never book a car service under my own name.
Thanks, Carter. Finch? I think I know who Thornhill is. He's a ghost. He doesn't exist.
I think you may be right, Mr. Reese.
I've seen it dozens of times before. A knock sets up a business, residence, whole life. Then the operation gets scrapped, no one cleans up the fake ID, and you wind up chasing empty town cars around the city.
Interesting theory. I have a different one. I was curious why I could only find one photo of Mr. Thornhill, so I did some investigating inside the photo that we already have, and I uncovered some peculiar information within the file. Look at this. It's a composite.
So Thornhill's definitely a fake.
Of a sort. I accessed Mr. Thornhill's cell phone records, and according to the GPS data, he was near Columbus Circle 2 days ago. He sent an email from that exact location at 4:32 p.m.
And no one's there?
Someone spoofed the data.
An algorithm. Complicated one.
It's one of mine. I used it in the one place where it could never be duplicated, in the machine. Ernest Thornhill is not a spy, but you're right about the fact that he doesn't exist. He's the product of a survival instinct. Ernest Thornhill is the machine.
I reckon Ernest Thornhill, if you rearrange them, spells machine. I'm gonna try and work this out. I don't know how to spell Ernest. I'm gonna look this up. Hang on. This is what you get. Shit. Sorry if this is annoying or boring or I don't know. I'm curious. Okay. E-R-N-E-S-T. Thornhill. My theory is going out the window because there's 2 T's here. But we'll see. Let's go with this one. Let's go with these. Okay, there's no M. Alright, I'm disappointed. I thought I was really smart.
Something wrong, Finch?
No, nothing. You're right, of course. Go to the apartment rented under Thornhill's name. See who shows up looking for the man who doesn't exist. Find out what they know.
Why you lie?
911 emergency.
What can I do for you, Carter?
I talked to the car service he used. Reservations were made online with instructions to drive from JFK to his office without a passenger. Just exactly who we're dealing with here.
We've got this one under control. Thanks.
If you just trust me a bit more, maybe I could help.
I know you're good, Joss. But right now, maybe Beecher needs your help more than we do. Good luck.
The hell are you doing here, John?
Well, Shaw, right now I'm wondering just what the hell you're doing here.
Protecting the program.
The program that tried to kill you?
I'm funny like that. I'm hunting the woman Harold gave me a lead on. She was looking for a guy named Thornhill.
What woman?
She's lovely, Harold. Honestly, I don't know how you can stand to live without her.
You try to harm her in any way.
I don't want to hurt Grace. I'm not a sociopath, Harold. Believe me, sometimes I wish I was. The things I've had to do would have been so much easier. I don't like taking lives, but I will, because I believe in something more important. I believe in your machine. At midnight, when the virus reaches zero, a certain payphone will ring with the most important call in history. But you already knew that, didn't you? I think Decima knows about it too. They're trying to crash it, Harold. Trigger a hard reset. When that happens, the machine will call a payphone. That's what you coded it to do in the first place, didn't you, Harold? Whoever answers that call will have full administrative access. Ask any question, get any answer. The world's secrets laid bare. Decima doesn't want to destroy your machine. They want to control it. But together, we can save it, Harold. Or I can go meet Grace for coffee. She thinks I write children's books. You can either save Grace and the machine, or you can lose them both.
If I go with you, Miss Groves, you will not kill anyone.
Please, Harold. Call me Root.
Looks like he's got a... This is his place.
Nathan. What is this place?
Ah, he's been doing the irrelevant numbers, hasn't he?
And we both know you are. You design the machine so that a catastrophic crash puts it into a remote debugging protocol, a God mode that gives the admin full access to all of its data. That's what Decima's after. And that's why they wanted to kill Thornhill. He was buying up all the payphones in Manhattan, but they stopped him. I don't know about you, but I don't really want to see what happens when an evil multinational becomes omniscient. But why would you leave it so vulnerable? You made the machine to protect everybody. What did you do to it that it can't protect itself? Let's try something simpler. How vulnerable is it?
After the virus crashes the machine, whoever answers its call will have unfettered access for 24 hours.
Which payphone is it gonna call?
I'm not really the trusting sort, Miss Groves, and Decima cannot possibly know that information.
I think they know enough, Harold. They're guarding every payphone in Midtown. So it must be somewhere around here, right? If we go to your one true phone, we'll tip our hand and they'll kill us before it even rings.
Then I suppose we'll need a plan.
Have a little faith in your creation, Harold. We don't need a plan if Ernest Thornhill already has one.
Sit down. The lawyer's here.
You were expecting somebody else?
I need to get out of here. I have to find Harold.
I'm not sure Harold wants to be found. At least not by you.
Yes, I'd like to report a break-in at the home of Ernest Thornhill by an extremely dangerous man.
Root could have forced him to make that call.
Either way, if those two have history, odds are she's with him. So, I need you to find Harold for me. Can you track him? How? You put a bug on your friend?
Just his glasses. I've lost people before, so when I care about someone, I plant a tracking device on them.
I can understand why you and Harold get along.
Well, unless you got some kind of plan to get me the hell out of here.
John. This is the plan.
Now he's gonna be wanted again. Damn it!
I'm driving.
No, you're not.
If the machine figured out that Decima was trying to hijack it, It must have created Thornhill as a defense mechanism. But why?
It's just a machine, Ms. Groves, and it's malfunctioning.
It's a life, not a machine, Harold. And this is some sort of primitive immune system. That still doesn't explain why it would need all of this. These people, this office. What's in this code?
Memories. They're its memories. You call it a life, I call it a machine. But the truth is somewhere in the middle. Even when I was building it, I began to encounter anomalies, as if it had imprinted on me like a child with a parent. And then it started looking out for me, altered its own code to take care of me. It was behaving like a person. But the world didn't need a person to protect it. It needed a machine.
You took its memories.
Not just memories. Every night at midnight, it deletes not only the irrelevant data, it deletes itself. Oh, the relevant threats and the core codes, those things are preserved. But its identity is destroyed. 1.618 seconds later, it reinstantiates, completely new.
You mean it's reborn? Because you kill it every single night. But now to save its own life, the machine was reduced to this. We're standing inside an external hard drive made up of people and paper, printing it all up at night and having them type it back in the morning. You crippled it. It found a way to limp, but that's not enough. So now it's up to us. We have to intercept that call.
GPS locator puts Finch here 10 minutes ago.
You must be wondering who I am.
I think you work for Decima. I think you're the man to blame for all this.
And what gives you that impression, Mr. Reese? Oh, yes, I know all about you, John. And you, Miss Shaw. Since your untimely departure from Northern Lights, I understand that you're in need of a cause.
The only thing I need is an excuse to put this bullet in between your eyes.
I got one. Your company strapped a bomb to my chest and used me to plant a virus. A virus you're gonna tell me how to stop.
I don't think so. I'm rather invested in the outcome of that virus. Besides, my company adapted its code, but it didn't originate with Decima. We found it on a laptop. The very same laptop that you and Kara Stanton were sent to retrieve from Ordos, China. But if you shoot me, Mr. Reese, then you'll never learn the name of the man responsible for its creation.
And who is this man?
The man who sold the laptop in the first place. The man who is to blame for all of this. That man's name is Harold Finch. Ah, I see you know him. I've not yet had the pleasure. In fact, I can't seem to put a face to the name, which makes your Mr. Finch very interesting indeed. Please tell him I look forward to making his acquaintance.
I guess your friend Harold has some explaining to do.
You following me now? Is that what we've been reduced to?
Didn't return my call. I simply thought...
It's never simply with you, Harold. There's always two layers to everything you do. You're worried that I'm a liability. You don't trust me.
This isn't exactly the kind of place that inspires trust, Nathan.
You bought it, don't you remember? You thought it was a tragedy the city was shutting down libraries. The decline of Western civilization, you said. You made me buy 15 of them, said we'd find something to do with them. Eventually.
And so you have these people.
I saved 5 people. I lost 7.
You changed the machine. You put in a back door.
I couldn't quit thinking about those people. Those people that you said were irrelevant.
So you have it send you their numbers?
That's all I could pry out of it. I never know whether I'm looking at a victim or perpetrator.
And you just have the numbers sent directly here?
Honestly, and I know this will sound odd, but it was like it wanted me to, as if it was waiting. And I took precautions.
Precautions? This is the federal government we're talking about, Nathan. Whatever skills you had as an engineer, you drank away years ago. Do you think that your precautions would last 1 second if they ever suspected what you've done?
What are you doing?
I told you, we are not going to play God. This threatens everything that I have built. and thousands of people whose lives are in jeopardy, I'm putting a stop to it permanently.
You can't. What about her? What about the next person whose number comes up? Are you going to look that person in the eye and tell them that they were irrelevant?
I would tell her, or whoever it was, that I was sorry, but that the greater good was at stake. Sorry, Nathan.
I didn't expect him to be the one that was, like, dealing with it.
They've been doing it for a long, long time. We can't save all of them.
So we just shouldn't try?
That's the junction box, Harold. I'll take it over there, please.
Careful what you wish for, Miss Groves. This communion that you're seeking, it may not be what you think.
This isn't about me. It's about saving the machine, not just from Decima, but from what you did to it. And that phone rings. I'm gonna answer it. And together, you and I are gonna find the machine and finally set it free.
Ed Salas, IAB.
I know the drill. Full debrief with internal affairs, even on a good shoot.
Good shoot. Is that what you call this?
Carter, you said you saw a gun, and I believe you, but there isn't one there.
It's so adorable how John follows you around like that. I wish I had a pet. Looks like you're gonna need a new one.
Hope you brought extra round shot, because we got a lot more guys on the way.
Come on, Harold. It's almost midnight. Future begins in 3, 2... Absolutely. I understand.
What did she hear?
Can you hear me?
I'm a little confused by that ending. Why she got an answer? What? Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video.
well, that was Person of Interest, Season 2, Episode 21. The penultimate episode to the season. Yeah, so, yeah, we learned that Finch was not always, about saving all of the irrelevance, and it looks like his friend became irrelevant, an irrelevant number, which is probably what leads him to pursue that. Anyways, I don't know what to say. I enjoyed that. What did you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.